Hello. Hi. Welcome to Pathologic. Uh, Stream last week got cut off out of nowhere because the whole computer crashed and rebooted. So now we're here. Um, Thankfully we didn't lose too much progress, just a few minutes. So I have to have a conversation with Aspity again, and then we'll go about our business, breaking into an empty house that was plague infested yesterday, killing the looters there, and taking all their stuff. That's the plan. So let's do that.
What's wrong with my eyes?
So Aspity suggests that Laura uh, told someone to go ruin the water supply. I went to her and said, hey, I heard one of the butcherman workers that you've been hiding out destroyed it. She says, he is just a dumb poor worker, dude. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's put up to it by Laura because Laura set up her shelter in her house and got supplies before it all went down, and that's very suspicious. So I guess we're going to go question Laura about that. But first I want to check out one of these houses that used to be infected. And we'll have our knife ready. Cool. Easiest way is straight. I'll also want to trade with one of the guards there. See if I can get some more dried meat again. We'll bandage ourselves up before we go in this time. Okay, you stay there, that's fine. It's got rifle ammo, that's not what I want. Perfect tourniquet. Still have so much bottles of water. I'll keep doing that all day. Smoked meat too, but I can only afford dried the razors. If I find more razors for more muggers, though, we will definitely. I didn't actually complete the trade. I'm stupid. 845 meat. Complete the trade. There we go. Oh, okay, she just beat me up. That's very unfortunate. That fight did not go well at all. Alright, one more time. We got this.
What?
it's time to save before we go into the abandoned house. This is the day I feel like the hardcore game elements are really coming into play, where I'm going to use save scumming more excessively, and combat's going to be a bigger deal, and things like that. Everything this time. This isn't going to be the only time I load saves. No drunk over here this time. Unfortunate. Seriously, if I could get good at killing muggers, I feel like that would completely break the game. There, now we're saved. Yeah, not so smart this time, huh? Get stabbed. We'll search the rest of this house. I know there's more of you up here. These guys have a good chunk of money too. If I kill 10 looters. Is that it? Is it empty? Okay. If I kill like 10 looters, money's just not a problem anymore. I'll get my gun repaired and stuff like that. Twirine. Nothing else in here. Okay. Got a couple crowbars. Got some money. Beat up a couple of looters. I now checked out a house that was previously infected. I wonder if I should check on anyone else while I'm here. I mean, I wonder a little bit if I should go raid another house. That is a rat. This district's not supposed to be infected anymore. That's a mugger. Okay, so there are clearly other threats. I mean, fights are very clearly dangerous, but I should already. I already have gloves and boots right now. Fights are definitely still dangerous. They're just also profitable. Still have like warnings put up. Hey Peter, everything good? Just checking in because I was in the neighborhood.
You're close. I know that.
Okay, good. Nothing important, just doing the rounds. Good. Just gotta check in on my bound, you know? What time is it? God, it's almost noon. I feel like I still have a lot to do. I gotta get to Vlad. And Laura. We're gonna go through just a bit of Infected District. Do we question Laura first, or do we tell Vlad about the water problems? Right. Frick. It got me. Gotta go through just a little bit of Infected District. You know Peter's good, so you don't have to check on him this time. Just a little bit of infection, yeah. We'll trade with this drunk. Tourniquet is good. That is an infected person. Can't let them touch me, can't die to the plague cloud. No plague cloud this time. Dodged one. Nice. Good. Wonder if I can go this way. Save me time. chasing me? Frick. Rats are hard to hit, apparently. Narrowly avoided that one. I just want to go straight to Lara's if I can. There's an infected person trying to leave the district. There's that rat trying to chase me. Like loud. Getting in a fight with the rat is very hard, apparently. I don't think I can avoid him. If he stays where he is all the time. I feel like I need to learn to stab a rat. Got it. Okay. We got through. And give me that other drunk. Hey, hey, you, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Keep trading for tourniquets. That's our secret. Alright, Lara. Did you tell someone to destroy the water supply?
It is not so dangerous to do wrong to most men as to do them too much good.
Lara, I'm afraid we're about to have a rather difficult talk. Did you know the water supply has been damaged deliberately? Heavens, no. Who would even consider that? Well, that's what I want you to tell me. With whom did you talk about the water before the supply was cut? I'm not entirely sure. There were many people. I talked to everyone who was helping me with the House of the Living. I must have asked someone to deliver water, of course. And who was that? I talked about the water with Daddy Yaklak? He used to be a taskmaster at the termitary. Then he bought himself out and became a patrolman. Okay, so he paid his indentured servitude and became a patrolman. Okay. I did indeed tell him that he should boil water before using it, that it's risky to drink natural water just like that, but I didn't mean any harm. Well, that's a no-brainer. A newborn baby knows that. No one could have gone rampant destroying the town's water supply chain because of this rather straightforward information. He also asked me whether one should boil the rags and bed sheets that the infected were dying on. I remember it weirded me out a bit. Why would he ask me about bed sheets? He's a patrolman, not a laundry person. It sounds weird indeed. I feel like I come by Aspity once more. Aspity's giving me the runaround. I'm not really surprised by that. Aspity does not like me. Alright, it's noon. I gotta get to Vlad. Because we need the water supply situation taken care of. We need places for the sick and dying. We need a hospital. We need treatment. We need recovery. Yes, I do hate it in RSD. Like, running water is critical. I shouldn't even have to explain that. And like, even if the running water was the way the infection was spreading, destroying the running water isn't how you fix that. We can stop it, we can test things, you can get information out, hey, boil your water. You don't destroy the town's running water supply. Hello, Vlad, I heard you can help me with the water.
Yes.
The residential property has no water access. You'll have to redirect your attention towards public buildings. That's what I wanted to tell you about. There are several special buildings in town. The town hall, the warehouses, the theater, the cathedral. But my people are confused. They aren't ready to shoulder this responsibility. And those special buildings have access to fresh water. The cathedral and the theater do. They're supplied with spring water. Perhaps you've noticed the small fountains there. The town hall is connected to the general supply line, as are other buildings. What about the termitary and the intricate tower? We've talked about this before, haven't we? Unlocking these buildings now would be quite unwise. I really don't care for your persistence at all. Do you really insist that the streets of the town need 1,000 unruly children and 10,000 rebels scared witless? No, that's not what I want. Let's get back to the sensible discussion. Fine, let your people turn the cathedral into an isolation ward and the theater into a hospital. That would even be somewhat symbolic. An appropriate climax to the general lunacy of the whole ordeal. They are unsure as to whether these buildings would do. The sanitary conditions there are non-existent, and it's unclear how to prepare them. I need your instructions. Just in case, I've ordered these places to be off-limits for the general public and sent inspectors in, but I suspect they'll be rather useless. How can I help them? Examine the cathedral and the theater. Issue the appropriate orders. Bring me the keys, then I'll be ready to confirm your findings and begin working on those places. Wait here. Okay. Some of the larger buildings draw their water from natural springs, the theater and the cathedral. I have to check their sanitary viability. Okay. That's my main quest. That's our priority. Theater's close. So, theater, cathedral, then we head back to Aspity. Aspity was mocking me. Of course Lara is innocent. Alright. There's an executor outside the theater. I'm sure that means good things. The theater is closed by supreme command. The season's over. The troupe disbanded. Follow the news on the poster columns. Who ordered the theater closed? Vlad Olgimsky. Okay, yeah, I've actually come to relay his orders to you. From now on, all you theater folk are placed under my command. You'll do whatever I tell you. Oh, thrilling. We theater folk thought it was, well, the other way around. That it was you who had recently been placed under our command and would do whatever we... Well, it's not really done through talking. Open the door. Unfortunately, our most esteemed and graceful Sir Stage Assistant has gone home with the keys. May it be known to you that he lives in the Chine District. As soon as it became known that a calamity is unfolding in the Chine, a tragedian went there, but we haven't heard from him since. I'll find him. Okay, great. Cool. The guy who has the theater keys lives in an infected district. I'm willing to bet $10 that the exact same situation is going on at the cathedral. So let's go do that first before I have to go back and forth across this town even more times. Hello, Windshield. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so found some nuts, nice. Cathedral, so you check that out. Sentinel Wild Goose Chase there. Then probably Keys. Then Vlad. Then Aspity. I think is the plan. This is the Canes. We'll go past the Canes to the Cathedral. Denkovsky, would you be so kind as to tell me what's going on? Why is the cathedral closed? Olgimsky's men locked it up. Lately, those armed servants of his have been acting like they own the place. He had ordered them to straight out kill anyone who tries to leave the termitary, and, well, that order did nothing to improve their moral stance. Who has the keys to the cathedral? My cousins have the keys. They both went to the hindquarters on some business with Andrei Stamatin. Very well, I'll find your cousins. That's... Stamatin's here. His pub. Go to his pub. That's where we will find him. Okay, fine. Alright, we'll go... Keys... Aspity? That seems unlikely. That's a long route through that infected district. Get out that way. We'll see what happens. Windshield, I'm aware that that happens to people. I'm trying. That's part of why I'm streaming it. I wanna convince myself to get through it. This way, I have a commitment to do it. I have been enjoying it more than I thought I would. I played a bit of Pathologic 2 a couple of times under HBomberGuy's recommendation. And it's good, but I have a hard time sticking with it. And then Codex Entry convinced me to play through the first one as well. So I'm going to do the whole first one, and then I'll do the whole second one. So this should be short. We'll just go up by Laura's, in, out, get the keys. I just got a letter from Sabarov. A detachment of our volunteers were ambushed and massacred by a band of armed marauders. If you have any information at all with regard to the so-called barbers, I request that you pass it to me without further delay. It is imperative that we put an end to this criminal syndicate as soon as possible. I would also like to inform you that in order to fight the criminal spree of robbers and looters, I had no other choice but to withdraw significant numbers of patrolmen whose previous orders were to cordon off the infected districts. Okay. For me, it's not about the difficulty. I just really want to get the mood. I'll deal with jank. Old janky games are a thing I get into now, so I think that's what it means to be middle-aged. That's been my experience. Oh, that is a sick person. Please, I just want to give you water. I don't have anything. Okay. Kid, have any good drugs? You're running. Okay. 5. Oh, he's by the Impossible building. Okay. Bachelor Dankowski, you will not find the person you're looking for behind this mask. I'm merely a humble comedian just like you. You're exactly who I'm looking for. And please be so kind as to tell me what I can do for you. I've been told that Immortel gave you the keys to the theater. But he didn't order the theater closed. That came from above. They told us to keep people from gathering in one place by any means. Truth is, in times such as this, the theater is the one place where people flock to in droves. Stop trying to be smart. Give me the key. Could I perhaps beg a small favor of the omnipotent bachelor? Help me out of this place. I've already heard the Shabnak whispering in my ear. Fine. We're just on our way out? Okay, we'll just leave the district, that's fine. Thank you. What do you offer? The keys that I gave you will become municipal property that will be handed over to the person overseeing the hospital or whatever facility you are going to turn our theater into. The hospital, yes. Right. Windshield, yeah. Honestly, just gathering as many water bottles as possible, just being diligent about that, I think is going to end up breaking things. You do have a sense of humor after all. Although the theater has always been a hospital in a way, we just used to mend souls rather than bodies there. I'm listening, so keep talking. The keys will be handed over to the overseers and you'll be unable to visit the place at your own discretion. Somehow I feel it's going to become off-limits soon. Are you offering me key copies? So the legends of your mind-boggling impressions were true, indeed. We actors do not wish to deprive ourselves of your company. We need an audience to stage your performances for. We need a volunteer to tell them their fate. But I was actually planning to offer you this bottle as a sign of goodwill. Thank you. I'll drink it to your health. Twirine. Nice. Okay. harder. Could go around. It's not so bad. I thankfully haven't run into anything game-breaking yet. Just the usual wonky combat. And it did crash on me last week. Just rebooted my computer entirely. Oh, Mirador. I really want morphine. I think, anyway. Okay. Save. Quick pass through an infected district, no big deal. I don't need to check in with Savarov, because I don't know anything yet. Got caught up on the environment. I need to get past you. You know, Anarsti, I agree. The executors just feel condescending. I'm gonna talk to Savarov since I'm right by his house. Maybe he can tell me who to talk to about these barbers. So I don't have any information, but anybody has suspicions.
Barley the barber is the leader of the gang. Some barber.
Bobby the barber is the leader of the gang. Okay. Crime is seriously getting out of hand. Where are all those scoundrels coming from? It's as if their numbers double every hour. Knives everywhere. It's time to put an end to them. We should catch Grief and have him executed. Make an example of him for challenging the new order. What did Grief do to upset you so? His men are murdering civilians in the streets. All the crimes committed in the town right now are committed under his consent. Some under his direct orders. So what's keeping you from going after him? A group of patrolmen attempted a raid this morning, but they failed to catch the thieves off guard. Grief's gang managed to fight them off. I can't gather a new party immediately. There's not even enough men to cordon off the infected districts and curb looting. Tell me more about the fight. There's a group of about 30 patrolmen. That's a lot considering how valuable every volunteer is. The number of killers grows by the hour, while noble people are harder and harder to come by. The gang suffered heavy losses, but they ambushed my people. Where? I'm investigating that now. None survived, and the warehouse thieves have grown even fiercer, even though they managed to fight us off. So who's going to stop them? Any brave soul who manages to put a stop to their rampage will receive a sizable reward. I shall pay 30,000 for such a feat. If this keeps on, I'll start giving rewards for every dead criminal, at any cost. By whatever means, this bloodbath needs to be stopped. Money's good. I'll deal with them myself. Put it on my map. Okay. I need to talk to Bad Grief about the thieves. Cool. Kinda low prio right now. Gonna be honest. And I do kind of feel like if I don't deal with them, it's really not a big deal. This way. But I need money to get my gun repaired. I also kind of need the gun if I'm going to kill the dudes. Interesting, that shop's closed. Okay. Save here. We're good, we're good, we're good. There's a lot of infected people. You. That person is sick. In pain. There are multiple sick and pain people here. Okay. Do one of them have my key? I didn't pick save, just forgetting. Have some tiring. That didn't seem to help. Okay, the tiring didn't really help. Miradorm does. None of that got me a key, though. So let's load. Something about being a doctor, distributing medicine while brandishing a knife. I need the key to the cathedral. Out. Is he just somewhere around here? Let's look around. Hey, there's a person. Dankovsky, finally, I've been looking for you. Taking the opportunity, I'd like to say how much we admire your fearlessness, and the fact that you're unafraid to walk this hell personally. Well, good job. Thank you. Why were you looking for me? I have the keys to the cathedral. Big Vlad told me you were going to turn it into a ward? I am. You know, our cathedral... Oh, never mind. I don't want to waste your time whining. What I wanted to say is this may be the only chance for it to fulfill its purpose. Perhaps it will finally host a miracle after all. Give me the keys. And I bid you farewell. Seems unlikely I'll be able to get out of here at all. I have a bad feeling about it, but I wish you the best of luck. Come with me. There's a pretty easy exit this way. Just, you know, don't touch anything. Most grateful for the company. I just knew I wouldn't be able to leave that place trouble-free. I had a gut feeling. Is there anything I can offer you to return the favor? Yeah, I'll take money. Cash, dollars. Can't say I'm a wealthy person. I'm almost broke, but I do have a small bottle of a certain precious beverage. Do you know what this is? It's Twyrene. The main issue with Twyrene is its unpredictability. Drinking it suddenly boosts your immunity, and then, after some time, it's gone. Similarly, without warning, sometimes there's no effect at all. Well, it's not so well loved for its effect. Those helpful properties were only discovered after the plague broke out. Thank you. Well, I know some people who love the stuff, so... Alright, let's get Aspity. Aspity, you gave me the runaround. And I believe you knew that. I only need a little bit of money to repair my revolver. Can I get in the shop this way? On the other side. Alright, Aspity first. Then we'll see if we can sell some bandages or something. Maybe an alpha tablet.
What's wrong with my eyes?
What a bitch you are, slandering an innocent person. Where's Yaklak? I slandered no one. Have I said a single bad word about Lara? I told you she'd drop you the name, and she did. No one said the lady of importance was her. An orphan, a captain's daughter. I didn't mean her at all, you hear me? And fancy that, calling me a bitch. Compensating for something with a strong language, are we? Who's the lady, then? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not a snitch. And it's too late anyway. Everyone overreacted. No one had malicious intentions. The Gorkon's water is bad, and I'm glad it won't be drunk. We'll make do with the springs and the water we've stocked up on. Let them poison themselves with Twyrene. It will all end soon enough anyway. I'm asking you for the last time, where's Yaklak? I won't hurt him. I only want to ask him a few questions. He's back in the termitary. I helped him escape your anger. He was terrified thinking you'd find him and torture him to death. You may not be completely aware of this, but you instilled terror in many people instead of love and respect. It's a pity. Go make a try and perhaps you'll catch up with him. The termitary appears to be unlocked, but it won't stay unlocked for long. Run, Fast Bachelor, run. Catch him by the tail. It's not the last you'll see of me. I don't think I'm getting into the termitary. Alright, I have the keys. Let's hand the keys over to Vlad. And we'll talk to Bad Grief. And get our gun repaired. I'll shut the match up. Hungry, but I did get some food earlier. Alright, I have 12 things of alpha tablets. They're not worth a lot, but it's something. Not selling that, I'm gonna need that. Twirene's worth an okay amount. Interesting. Crowbar's not worth anything. I don't use the lamp at all. I'll hold on to some fuel, but I feel like selling a bunch of the kerosene's probably fine. Okay, we got some money now. Let me find one of those men in a fisherman's sweater before I do anything else. I feel like I find them all over this district, so... Just got a letter of Vlad the Younger. The Ilgimsky family continues to spare no effort assisting the epidemic situation. If you can probably remember, we've been put in charge of providing the equipment and medical supplies that could be of use under current circumstances. Personally endeavored to requisition the latter, specifically antibiotics and immunity boosters. Ava, Yulia, Laura, and Anna assisted me with acquiring remedies and sorting them into categories. If I'm not mistaken, you've already made these ladies' acquaintance. I've been told of your order to run medical supply tests. Slightly puzzled though I were, I still assigned the aforementioned ladies to find volunteer test subjects. Kindest regard, Vlad the Younger. Okay. A little weird, but okay. Gun repair first. Should be brief, then Vlad. That's what we'll do. Where are peoples? The moment I have money, suddenly nobody's around. Like, for real, though. It's 2:30. Okay, we'll load our quick save. Since apparently nobody's in this district anymore. Cross down under here. Clam. There's that letter. Should be just a short jaunt, just basically straight across. Got one. Okay. So far, rats, hardest enemy. Vlad. Big Vlad. I got your keys. Please start repairing medical facilities.
Yeah.
I'm done. The cathedral will serve as an isolation ward. The theater has become a hospital. The morgue will be located in a remote warehouse. Here are the keys. Done my yesterday's work, haven't you, Doctor? I've obviously done the job no one else would. I don't know if there's a point to it, though. The absolute mortality rate is a generally recognized fact. Victor, dare I say, He's even endeavored to prove it. Did you know? Why would he do something like that? Talk to him. He will explain his motives in detail. Alright, main quest done. Good. I do still need to bring one of these crowbars to Victor. Probably pay me for that. Good grief. All my quests just finally cleared up. Okay. Yeah. Let's go talk to Grief. That's speed. This should be where Vlad the Younger is. I'm navigating terribly. Here. Okay, so I believe my plan is to go to a man who runs a gang who's a recent... Yes! You repair my gun. Perfect. Okay, gun repaired. Gun repaired, and a bunch of ammo. So we're going to talk to the known criminal leader. Say, hey, you've just been accused of stabbing a bunch of people. What's up with that?
Changeling has grassed on Ripper, eh? That's a sly fox if I ever saw one. Trust the first come or not, she'll have her way with you too.
Well, how it hurts to have your neck strangled, it does. Saburov asshole has ordered his patrols to make them warehouses too hot for us lot. Like we ain't no free folks. We're doing the suffering for our fellow men's sins. Well, really, you're a righteous people, I suppose. My folks have never taken knives to the streets, so we had a gathering yesterday. Here goes me saying anyone knife hungry is welcome to get the fuck out of here. You ain't no brother to us. We don't want no blood on our hands. So Barley the barber got up and got lost. Come went away to slaughter honest folks, and some of us lot went away with him too. Who's Barley? Filthy blood-sucking butcher, that's what he is. He's got one joy, killing them folks. Nothing is sacred for the cunt, and the rest of them bloodthirsty skunks have gone with him, they have. So 'tis for their misdeeds that we endure persecution. 'Tis for their sins that Saburov sets his rabid mongrels after us. I can see that he's hit a raw nerve with you. They multiply by the hour, they do, Doc. Every low fucking town wants in on Barley's deal. Only you could find their pest hole and kick them out. They've cut a dreadful lot of them folks, that's where all the innocent blood flows from. I'd do the supplying part for you then, and you'd be swimming in bullets and monies. Nothing too good for a holy cause. Let the cunt bleed dry. Both ammo and money would be greatly appreciated. Oh, you kindest soul, I swear to you, I won't forget that in forever. As soon as the deed's done, come back here, and I'll shower you in gifts. Do I have to keep your honest, truest, best word? I'll tell you when I'm done. Okay. Bad Griff insists that he's innocent. Even if there's not a grain of truth to it, we'll be able to use the villain's feud to our own ends. In the meantime, it wouldn't hurt to tell Saburov about Barley's secret hideout. I need to get to Victor at some point. Do I just do that now? I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do a hard save. We haven't done one of those in a while. Okay. Straight up, let's head to Victor. Ask what he's about. I gotta hit. Yeah, I need to find out about Vlad the Younger testing antibiotics. It should be Ruben. Nothing for me. I must have been through here already. Last time I visited Vlad.
We promise according to our hopes. We perform according to our fears.
They say you saw some significant success yesterday. Some random antibiotics really can help against the sand fever? How is the distribution of drugs going? Why is there still no medicine in the town? The drugs we confiscated 2 days ago turned out to be outdated. Moreover, many are expired and now harmful. Many are probably useless. We will check every drug today. Those that actually prove effective will be put into distribution immediately. Yeah, how are you trying drugs on Sandpest? I can't get a live sample. How will the tests be conducted? I found some people with a death wish. Those are desperate people on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and so I have tasked several young ladies, whom you probably know, with supervising the tests. They are Ava Yan, Yulia Luracheva, Anna Angel, and Lara Ravel. They'll report the results tonight. What do their tendencies have to do with this? Makes them likely to volunteer, obviously. The matter is urgent. Undoubtedly, you can see that. Testing the immunity drugs would require exposing oneself to the risk of infection, and, of course, you have to be infected to test the antibiotics. Death Seekers is a self-designation. They've chosen it because the sandpest spells certain death. Are you out of your mind? Not at all. They know what they're getting into. It's horrible, yes, but it also happens at their own request. No one's forcing their hand, and we're offering sizable compensations to the testers' families. It's fortune for a poor worker. Yes, you already control the industry in the town. No one's forcing their hand. Capitalism is forcing their hand. Why don't you want to supervise the whole thing yourself? The young ladies offered their help voluntarily, with the task that I believe to be the least dangerous. I doubt they'd prefer to test the drugs themselves instead of sending death seekers into infected districts. You're projecting. Our kind volunteers are prone to foul play. I've had reports of the kinds of talks happening between them. Honestly, if they vanish, I'll be convinced that they just made off with the pills. Then why entrust them with such an important task? Don't worry, trust the young ladies and me. Even if something goes wrong, we will only lose a few hours. We don't have an hour to lose. Okay. I'm not taking the old Gimski's word that they're criminals and thieves wanting to die. Interesting. There's no mark on Ava's, but I guess I gotta check with her. Alright, Ava, Victor, and then we make the rounds. Yeah, we're not taking anybody's word. That's correct. What? Getting that distinct feeling about the town fighting me while I am trying to help them. I think the frustrating thing is I know everyone knows the right thing to do. This isn't a mystery. Everybody already knows this disease, and everybody has been informed that the disease is here. Literally everyone I see walking around outside is in the wrong. Stay inside for 2 days. Go a little hungry, go a little thirsty if you have to. If everyone stays inside for like 2 days, it's all over. It's good. The most people will live. The only reason I'm running around is because people won't stay inside.
I wonder how this Ripper managed to get Lara's favor.
Rumor has it you've agreed to test outdated antibiotics. Is that true? No, but I got an impression that Anna and Lara wouldn't mind you helping them. Some hypocrisy. Why did they volunteer in the first place if they knew they lacked the courage to put our lives at stake? Did you want to test the pills in my stead? My God, I'd turn myself inside out for you. Aren't you afraid? Sure I am. You know, they say the disease is actually sentient. It doesn't merely spread, it acts as though it is a living being. It covers its tracks, conceals itself, lies in ambush, attacks the weak and the unprotected. It steers clear of the strong and the courageous, or dares not attack them straight away at least. I'd rather be among the courageous. What makes you say that? Have you noticed how few lethal cases there were among the patrolmen? Or those funeral attendants who borrowed props from the theater? Almost none of them are dead. Death only comes after those who are trying to hide. It knocks on your head, knocks from the inside, having appeared within you. It's not an external affliction, is it? Stop talking nonsense, Ava, please. You're acting like a little girl. Vlad the Younger found commoners willing to test old Isidor's drugs. Supposedly, he took those for protection before entering molded houses. The ladies were put in charge of the whole affair, entrusted with keeping an eye on the experiment. And then here they go, claiming that they're going to do just fine without anyone's help. Can you imagine that? Wait. Wait. So Vlad finds a bunch of people who want to die to test the drugs, distributes drugs to the women who are supposed to distribute the drugs to these testers to create multiple layers before infection spreads to all of them. And Ava is telling me the women are planning on doing it themselves? I'll be damned. I have personally forbidden anyone to take risks. This whole thing has to be cancelled. Oh no, I knew you would say that. What can I do to make you forget and stay here? Nothing. Okay. Well, the only reason Daniel is running around the town is because he's the only one with any authority that anybody seems to respect about it.
That does it. I'm gonna break soon.
I've inspected the district. I'll take it upon myself to confirm that the rumors are true. The district is clean and a little freer of looters now. Good tidings! This will help ease the fate of the epidemic's latest victims. Even better than you think. If we can prevent unnecessary commotion and keep the healthy in isolation wards, we'll stop the disease. It'll burn out like a forest fire. Are you now certain that the disease doesn't stay dormant in an infected person for a while before revealing itself? I dare not doubt your expertise. However, until we have established the origin of the infection, it's too early to declare the enemy defeated. Yes, you're right, but the ward will become operational soon. I hope you won't be offended, but it's going to be set up in the town's cathedral. I have very high hopes for the facility. Indeed. Well, it was conceived as a shelter for those in need. Now it can finally fulfill its intended function. Those who enter may potentially be carrying the seed of corruption in them, but only the clean will leave. Okay, well, side quest done.
Yes?
Nothing else for me. Okay. Yep. And we're just gonna make this loop. I suppose the one thing wrong with my plan of telling everybody to go a little hungry is the twiring in the air. Or the twire. That if everyone stays inside for 2 days, if they don't have any food, they will starve to death because of the twire in the air. Wouldn't normally be an issue, but it is an issue here specifically. Speaking of dried meat, milk. Not great, but it's something. Okay, Laura first. Laura, what is this about you volunteering for drug tests?
My heartbeat is uneven. I am sick at heart.
Are you really planning to test antibiotics? No, I'm not. Lad the Younger claims that he asked you to test some dubious remedies. I wanted to try the antibiotics, but I wasn't allowed to. I'll have to work with painkillers. Vlad the Younger says they're closer to my line of trade anyway. If I'm to host the House of the Living, I'll have to handle them often. They ease pain, but they also make you drowsy and apathetic. How are you planning on testing them anyway? I know how they work. All I need to do is find a man whose line of work naturally leads to being wounded frequently. I was planning to distribute the drugs among the patrolmen, but I could rather give them to you if you wish. If you have any success testing each of the 3 types, then that means they're still fine, and then the Olgimskis will begin giving them out to the population. Fine. You know what? There's something else I want to ask of you, Please put a stop to Yulia's efforts and support Anna. Yulia has her own motives, yet I have a terrible suspicion she may have given up to despair. And poor Anna doesn't deserve this either. I'm absolutely positive that she isn't planning to offer the medicine assigned to her to the test subject. She's too compassionate for that, but she won't go anywhere herself either. What's wrong with Anna? She is certain the Olgimskis are only doing this to get to her, and to have her dead. She might not be all that wrong. Really? I don't think it's big, Vlad, yet the Olgimskis are definitely a threat to her. There isn't a shade of doubt in anyone's mind that one of them will become the death of her. Okay, you hand over the painkillers, they'll be of use to me. Woo! That included morphine, didn't it? Novocaine! Okay. Got Novocaine and morphine and etorphine? We have multiple narcotic painkillers. Dope. Passing by a drugstore, I bet I could sell those for some serious money. No, you don't, Rat. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ha ha! While I'm in here, I'm curious. 720. I sold one morphine before. Tempted to do it again. He sells more Novocaine. That's a lot of money. I'll hold on to them for now. Probably. Alright, we are going to go into an infected district to try to get to Yulia. We are not going to get sick while we do that. That is a sick person. Well, there's dead outside her house, but her house does not seem infected. Yulia?
My arms are flaccid, as if made of cotton wool.
Yes, etorphine. That is correct in RST. I don't know what that's for. It says it's a narcotic painkiller, but I am not familiar with it. I don't think that a positive outcome falls within the range of reasonable possibility. There's no point whatsoever in trying to attain it. All we can do now is wait and hope that, by some miraculous coincidence, the epidemic will pass us by. Semi-synthetic opioid supermorphine. Oh, it's horse morphine. God, it is. Well, it's very good at what it does. Yulia, how exactly are you planning to test these antibiotics? Oh, so you know it already. I need to contract the disease first, and then try to cure myself. I have 3 kinds of pills, you see. Conceivably, any one of the medicines may curb the sickness at a certain stage of its development. An exciting experiment if I ever saw one. Not quite unlike the feats of power they had in times long forgotten. A trial of fate. Julia, this is nonsense. As far as I know, a disease of this source can't possibly be cured by this kind of antibiotics. Well, you're not wrong here. Still, I'd rather go with my own assumptions. Not unlike yourself, I base my speculations on rigorous research, even though it may not look veritable enough to you. You see, in order to calculate the probability of either outcome, I had to extrapolate the two mathematical functions, which you may find to be somewhat esoteric. So what does the process you have in mind look like? Well, nothing revolutionary, I assure you. The experiment is, fundamentally, getting myself infected and using the 3 medicinal formulas one after the other. Besides, the Olgimsky girl provided me with a schmouder that I am to use if neither of the pills has effect. Absolutely precious, these schmouders, extremely detrimental for your liver, but also certain to remove the infection. Everything will work out just fine, I hope. I have a better proposal. You see, I would be very interested to study these schmouders myself, and I think I'm better equipped to do it. Give me the schmouder, and I will handle the testing. Pardon me, but I have my own prospects regarding the schmouder. Okay, what medicine were you given? It's called a ferromycinium. The most powerful medicament they had in stock, as well as the most hazardous, known to purge the bacteria by means of destroying all manner of microflora, harmful and otherwise. If it proves to be of use, the Olgimsky family will distribute it throughout the town. Is that all? There are 2 more medicaments, neomycinum and monomycinum. Reportedly, both are much weaker than the first, but each one has useful characteristics of its own. I wouldn't know what kind of characteristics these are. Pharmaceutics is not my field of study. That's enough. I'll do this myself. And I dropped some because I have too many drugs. But I can use my tourniquets. Because my health is not perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
Drugs. Use tourniquets for health. While we're at it, use a bandage. Take the drug. Maybe I should sell some drugs just to clear up my inventory. Okay, and then I gotta talk to Sabarov about grief and then make my way to Anna. Okay, ooh, good, good. I wish the patrolman would help me with the rats. Shoot, I need to make that turn. Getting better. Getting better at killing rats. Please don't guard the stairs. Okay. Right. Oh. Ow, ow. Okay, that hurt a bunch. I don't need the knives and the money. there for inventory, too. Alright, we used a bunch of bandages. But that's what they're for.
Barber is the leader of the gang. Some barber.
Grief insists he has nothing to do with it. The murderers are misfits that he cast out of his community. Are you sure? He swears that he has forbidden anyone who is still loyal to the ancient tradition of the Brotherhood from touching a knife. The murderers are not warehousemen. They're allies of some Barley the Barber. Yes, I've heard that name. His men ambushed and slaughtered the patrolman near the boiler house. We need to hunt him down and kill him. Better yet, hunt him down and thoroughly interrogate him. See if he confirms Grief's words. Barley will be killed. Okay. So we go kill Barley and his men. Grief will pay us a bunch of money. Maybe Sabarov too. Alright, now I gotta check out on curious. Got a couple of blades off that guy. You'll take the crowbars. Okay. It's knocked me to 7. Ouch. Tyrene, of course. 4 or 5. Give me that smoked meat. We might loot some places come nighttime. We'll see. So this should be Anna's place. Are the Elgibskis trying to kill you?
I used to sing every evening.
Anna, tell me, what's the deal with this drug testing of yours? We were made to test some strange pills. Yulia, for example, is supposed to enter an infected house, get sick there, and die. How's that for a test, huh? Made to. Vlad told me you volunteered. Yes, made to. It was all fixed by the Olgimskis. Vlad is secretly plotting to ruin me and Yulia. He's fond of Lara, though, so she got something silly and non-threatening. Morphine, I believe. Doesn't even require testing. Morphine doesn't have anything to do with the infection. I still don't understand what you three have to do with this. Why can't Vlad see the volunteers himself? That's precisely the madness part. Vlad made the Death Seekers promise that if they do get sick, they'll let us know through morticians. You know, the fellows who've been walking around in theater costumes. And if all goes well, they'll inform their contact, and for some reason that's me. What do I have to do with it? That does sound strange. They're getting back at me for refusing to hand over my pills back then, as if I was obliged to, as if it was in any way fair to make me. Perhaps they even think I knew about the disaster beforehand, that I'm behind it. Wait, why did you have such a hefty stockpile of pills of all shapes and sizes, Anna? Just in case. What's it to you? I could have just as easily been stockpiling water. Someone stockpiling water is probably expecting to get very thirsty very soon. Mind your tone, or this conversation is over. What drugs have you got? I've been given 3 different drugs. They all ruin your health, but each does that in its own spectacular manner. Give them to me. I'll do the testing. Okay, that's the house the executors were planning to test the drugs in. They are waiting for test subjects willing to ruin their lives.
Paint is peeling off me.
These are all things I'm supposed to test. I guess I'll drop the beta tablets. those don't seem as useful at the moment. I feel like I have too many alpha tablets to give up all of them. Okay. House for testing disease. Warehouse for killing bad men. Let's do the disease first. Less infected district to get through. I wonder... So my plan... So I'm going to go to this infected house situation. And I'm going to take Ruben's vaccine. According to the item description and the information I have from Ruben, that should protect me perfectly for 4 hours. Right, short walk through an infected district. If Ruben's proto-vaccine can protect me for several hours, and that's just from the dead tissue, that's very useful. We could use as much of that as he can make. Going to another set of stairs. Why is this house infected? This isn't in an infected district. Are you one of the death-seeking test subjects here to try the pharmaceutical drugs? I've decided to play the part of one. You should know who I am, Executor. You have my utmost respect. You're closely following your gallant exploits at all times. How do you intend to test the drugs? The procedure is simple. I let you in and wait for an hour. That time is known to be enough to be certain. You have the pills? Yes. Immunity boosters or antibiotics? Both. Take the boosters first. Just be careful. They're deadly in large doses. Sooner or later, you'll start feeling dizzy. Those are the first symptoms of the disease. Eventually, the fever will become unbearable. That will be the disease entering its critical phase. The latent stage is not life-threatening, but in such an environment where one will breathe the disease and absorb it through his pores constantly, the infection will progress rapidly. Take the antibiotics, then they will kill off the bacterium when it propagates too much. Okay, immunity boosters will raise my immunity. Antibiotics will lower my infection. I'm simply summarizing what we managed to learn from our first outbreak, and in the last few days. I hope luck is on your side. Luck has nothing to do with this. Testing drugs. I need to take as many immunity stimulants as I can handle. Having done that, I will be able to survive in an infected house for at least an hour, provided I have enough antibiotics, of course. Well, I boosted my immunity with Ruben's vaccine. I'm not sure how long an in-game hour is. But my goal is to try to not get infected at all if I can. I just got a letter. Well, that didn't work. So this is where this happens. I don't know the layout of this building. Furniture is problematic. There's a person here. There is a sick person here dying. Kind of seems like that plague cloud has seen me and is chasing me. Get around this. Hello, Propane Panda. Thank you for that subscription. Still up in here. I assume I will hear the big chunk noise when I can leave. Propane Panda, Vlad the Younger, the Olgimskis are in charge of distributing medicine because they have the workforce and access and whatever. That's what they wanted to be in charge of. And so Vlad the Younger tasked several women in the town to test a bunch of drugs against Sandpest. He apparently found a bunch of people with a death wish. Desperate, violent criminals, you know, who volunteered to take some drugs and get themselves infected to see if the drugs worked. And those people were supposed to report to the women in the town. Anna thinks this is a plan just to get them all killed. Yulia basically agreed but wanted to test it herself. Laura was testing morphine, which doesn't have anything to do with the plague. She actually just wasn't even going to test it against the plague. And so my job is to take a bunch of drugs, hang out in this house for 1 in-game hour, and then leave. I feel like I'm doing okay. I'm gonna save partway through. Let's see. That's the door. That's not the door? An hour has passed, I can leave. I'm gonna load my save as soon as I figure out what door is supposed to actually be the exit. This door. Okay. Load game. Yes, that explains the juking the death clouds. In preparation for this, I took Ruben. Ruben had developed a temporary vaccine that's supposed to make you basically immune for 4 hours. Obviously, that's not really true, but it does boost your immunity a bunch. Trapped myself? Come on. Can't believe I had this and I went to the wrong door. Okay. Not infected. Unbelievable. You managed to come out of there alive, you sly devil. Let me take a closer look, will you? Show me your pupils. Stop trying to be funny. There's no one here who could check my condition better than me. Duties, duties. We're all bound by our duty. I was tasked with giving you this drug. Use it as intended. Just make sure that you can afford to do that. It takes a great toll on the body. Make sure you're neither wounded nor bleeding. Yada yada. I know. Give it to me now. I did use the blue vaccine. I'm totally happy with that. These medicaments are to be taken in volumes that could hardly be considered safe for one's health. Further to this, their effect is only temporary. The protection granted by immune system stimulants is insubstantial at best. Yeah, I was noticing that. With maximum immunity, I was still just getting infected no matter what. Antibiotics can slow the development of the disease and may, in some cases, destroy the infection altogether. Whew, okay. That... I might end up getting sick later, but that is definitely the best I could do. And now, I have a bunch of drugs I could sell. Go stab some bad men, and I'll be done for the day. By stab, I mean probably shoot. And by shoot, I mean get stabbed a lot. Kind of going the wrong way. Whatever. This is fine. So long as I get to the river. Cross the bridge. Alright, I know what this next mission is. It's the one everybody tells you about. I'll probably die a couple of times, but we'll just save scum our way through it. That's how this works. Cross the river, down to the right. Don't get bitten by a rat. I'm hungry again. But I should get paid for this job. So it's one of those warehouses down here. Not entirely sure how I'll know. Let's do that. Alright, let me... hard save. Fully repaired our gun. It's fully loaded. It's not this door. It's neither of these. Is there... okay, I guess I just check all these buildings. Okay. My health is basically full. Is it the big one? This place was intended to be the morgue. Ow. We survived! I'll take that! A lot of hard saves on day 4. Used a bunch of ammo, but we survived. Now we take all this money. And knives. Lockpicks. Interesting. Each knife is its own slot. I don't know what's the most valuable item to have. I feel like I probably not lockpicks. I can at least take all the razors. Razors stack. Knives do not. Okay, not bad. Load up the bullets we have. We have no spare bullets. Any chance you think we could cross that? I'll take a look. That tracks. Sell most of my knives to Bad Grief. Hold on to the razors to trade with patrolmen for more food. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think I can go in that door.
What?
It's over, Grief. Your former buddies are no more. Now that's what I call a job well done, Doc. I'll remember not to get on your bad side. You promised me something. My word is solid, it is. I promised to shower you in gifts, so I will. Here are them monies. Cheers. 10,000.
Changeling has grassed on Ripper, eh? That's a sly fox if I ever saw one.
We're gonna spend all of that money on a rifle. $560 for a knife. Do I have? I should have. Oh, well. The one with lower durability, he doesn't spend as much money on, but that's fine. We'll sell my busted one. We'll hold on to 2 full health knives. That seems reasonable. Gives us some money. Okay, he does not offer as much money for the drugs. Good to know. I had suspicions of that. But it is good to know for sure. I will need rifle ammo. I'll trade with the children for rifle ammo. Still got some peanuts. Alright. We are hungry, wounded, exhausted. I am out of bandages. We will eat a smoked meat.
What?
Windshield, if you're here, I do have one question. Generally no spoilers, but I have a bunch of bottles of water, and I understand that if I drink them, they will reduce my hunger a tiny amount and give me some exhaustion. If I drink the water, do I get an empty bottle? That's all I want to know. Because if I do, then I can plan to drink a bunch of water just before I sleep. And that'll all work out. Since I am going to sleep soon, I can use... You don't think so? Okay, because that would be too nice. That makes sense. I can use a morphine to heal, at least while I sleep, but I will need food. Did I get a letter? I did. Of the bound fallen ill, the following sanitary precautions are hereby announced. There are citizens, so-called bound, who seem to be extraordinarily involved in town's happenings. They are regularly contacted by people of different lines of occupation and social standing, including your 2 colleagues. They also tried to compensate what they believe to be your inaction with their own efforts. In consideration of that, the Executor Committee has decided If a bound person falls ill, the door to their home should be guarded by an executor. While the bound person remains conscious, the executor should collect mail deliveries from them and pass over to them the provisions and medicaments delivered by the couriers. In exceptional cases, it is allowed to visit the patient. To enable communication with the bound person, the executor should resort to higher efficiency antibiotic medicine. Pheromones. Okay, so I'll keep the Pharaoh. Vaccines, serums, and other such solutions should be administered, if available, in the same manner as all of the above. Executors Committee. So if any of my bound get sick, or if any of anybody's bound gets sick, executors will be posted outside and I'll have to give up drugs in order to talk to them for the day. It should cover all of my quests. Yep, done. Interesting. I guess I still need to go back to Sabarov to finish this. Let him know, hey, I killed the barber. Yeah. Okay. Make our way to Sabarov, let him know I killed the barber. See if he will do anything with that information. Little girl, you shouldn't be here. This is the warehouse district. It's full of bad men. Do you have any ammo? You do. Price of 2. I'll just pick these up one bullet at a time. You know what? I could use the rifle ammo too while I'm at it. I have a sewing needle. Alright, so long as nothing happens to my health at this moment, I'm not too worried about it, because I will take some drugs and sleep to heal. I don't know what exactly, but that'll be the plan. I'm going to go through this infected district one more time to get to Sabarov. Got any bandages? No. Ah! Okay. First, equip a knife. Cool. Capella, anything going on with you today? Haven't talked at all.
Same power that my dear.
Okay, no. Capella's got nothing going on. Quick save. Rat is gone. Rat is gone. Juked the rat. She has one Miradorm. I have plenty of different drugs at this point, so I'm less concerned with that. Planned route through there. Knife out to stab rats. Not today, Satan. Should talk to a patrolman. Trade some razors for smoked meat. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah, not today, not today. This guy. ammo for razors. I feel like I'm gonna end up spending my sewing needles on ammo. I will find more patrolmen. Good enough. You have a bandage. Have some water. Much obliged. Got any meat? You got meat. Let's take a peek sound. He doesn't want anything else. That's fine. We'll get one smoked meat for our razors. Thanks. They're dealt with. You gonna pay me too?
Haruspex is killing marauders now. Good.
The barber's lair is destroyed. Everyone I found there is dead. Good! We shall root out crime with extreme prejudice. That won't be enough. Many say there are now hundreds of robbers. That 1 in 5 leaves their home knife in hand at night. They're driven to this despair by the lack of order. There are plenty of bad examples turning townsfolk into killers. Fear shall be our weapon. When those family men see how mercilessly we deal with murderers, they'll think twice before touching a knife. If only it were that simple. I wish to reward your heroism. I hope you will accept this money. Perhaps it will at least partially compensate the unavoidable expenses that come with your dangerous work. 5,000. You know, that's something. Cool. All side quests done. Main quest done. I was just eating and sleeping, but we're past 9, so I'm gonna save the game there. And that'll be it for the stream. Thank you for joining me. VoDs will be up on YouTube, obviously. We made some serious progress. Thank you for that follow, Windshield. I appreciate it. But yeah, day 4 done. We'll see about getting ourselves healthy to do day 5. Start our next stream. Thank you for joining me. Be back next week. You all have a wonderful evening. Bye, everybody.